science to tell us our place in the universe, not at the center, but at the vastness of an expanding universe that is still beyond our knowledge. We need to know the difference between a planet and a proton. Without that, what about, you're taking up my time. Bovine spongiform encephalopathy. Now there's a term where you know what you're talking about. Bovine cows. Encephalopathy, the brain. Spongiform, a disease that makes the brain into sponge. That's what it does. Mad cow? What's a mad cow? Moo! No. Or is it moo? What's that mean? We need precision in our science. Science is a language unto itself. It is precise, and it is because of the precision of science that we understand our place in the universe. Metaphorically speaking, my opponent is full of it. When it comes to mathematics, the ultimate in precision, there are three kinds of mathematicians: those who can count and those who can't. My opponent is in the second category. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I'm open for scoring, please.
Damn.
We will now hear the final speech, not to exceed 2 minutes, from the opposition.
Oh, we had a lot of history, not except me. and some lies told about mathematics. Where the opponent has sitting in front of him a beautiful example of the application of mathematics. And that mathematics is expressed in terms of metaphors. Let me come back to the particle. Someone argued so persuasively a bad metaphor. It isn't a bad metaphor at all. That's just nonsense. When the phenomena that became the electron was discovered, what are you going to hang your knowledge onto? You have to call it something. You're going to call it Harry? Or Bob? There would be a negative thing. You have to develop your knowledge about Harry or Bob in a way that can be transmitted from one person to another, and that is with the metaphor. Now, of course, at some stage you'll have to modify that metaphor. We haven't been debating that here. The metaphor may need changing. But that we need the metaphor is absolutely essential for understanding the electron and particle is just one of a host of examples that one can think of. And so my argument is that the metaphor has to stand and is a tool of absolutely essential utility.
A moment for scoring, please. We will now hear the final speech of the evening. A speech not to exceed 2 minutes from the affirmative.
Thank you, Mr. Moderator. Honored ladies and gentlemen of the jury. Our opponents have made a very reasonable case this evening. They have attacked the practicality of the affirmative proposal, and I'll admit they've done a good job, with one caveat, which is that they've done a very good job dismantling an argument which we never really made, which was one of their own fabrication. They've attacked our premise, but they've ignored the essence of our proposal. They've attacked the functionality of what we're offering, and they've said that it can't be done, that art and science are in fact two different words to describe a human experience. But what we're proposing, in fact, is a challenge for everyone here. And the challenge is, how do we achieve clarity in our own lives, ladies and gentlemen? A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step, as we all know. And our opponents say that we're not ready to achieve clarity, despite this. I disagree. What we're offering, and what we're offering you all tonight, it's an opportunity for individual emancipation. It's not something that we can achieve as a society in one step, which our opponents are saying that we are capable of even imagining. We're not offering that. I'd like to quote, there's an eminent artist whose work I enjoy, who's from Kitchener, Robert Lindsley, who proposes that the ethics of art, and in fact the ethical purpose of art is our ability to conceive a work of art as being analogous to a human being. That works of art should be imagined as individuals. I think that accepting this, accepting the autonomy of art, in fact means accepting the severance of art from science.
Thank you very much. But before we move on to the scoring, I think we can have a round of applause for all four of our speakers. Mr. Macdonald, and now that as people have been acknowledged, we can do our hardest to separate our feelings about them as personalities and look only at what it was exactly that they said and look to our score sheets. So we're going to quickly mark Evan's last speech. And I really sort of see no reason why we can't do this in a fair amount of detail. I think that most of the work has been done for us through the score sheet. So we're going to take a moment and if everyone could just do a little bit of addition, and essentially try to come up with a final tally for the affirmative out of 40 and opposition out of 40. It might take a moment. I see no reason why this can't be done. We'll take a little drink while we do so, and then just a second we'll do by a show of hands what our sort of final score is. I imagine about 30 more seconds would probably do this. People freaking out if I say about 30 more seconds. 10 more seconds for addition. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're now going to do a final tally. Apparently on the Small Wooden Shoe website, we will collect these on the way out, and we can give a fair amount of a detailed breakdown of sort of which debater at any given moment or did better, I guess. Put some value judgments on it. But in the meantime, we can see sort of which argument ended up winning, and I guess we can basically come to the conclusion whether or not art and science can or should be sharing metaphors right here tonight, which is impressive. So we are now, by a show of hands, in the final out of 40 tally, how many people here this evening have the affirmative side winning? May you want to help me? A show of hands. The affirmative side out of 40.
One over there.
But there's only one affirmative, so the total on your sheet. Oh, I think that some people are not using their sheets. That's all right. But the total affirmative side, by a show of hands. One. All right, and the opposition. Quite handedly, ladies and gentlemen, the opposition. A little handshake between.
That's hilarious.
Okay, on that note, the bar is now open, and we're going to continue to debate this through the evening. Thank you again to our competitors. Thank you to Magnetic North, Chris, and everyone here at Magnetic North. Thank you to you for all your work in the scoring, and thank you.